Thank you very much. Okay, that's great. I would invite those who would like to come down and sit in the lower level here, and if you would also, if you don't want to do that, just grab a plate and something to drink and just kind of gather around here. We're not going to have a very long formal time, but we do want to make some comments. I want to unveil Charlie's portrait at the beginning. I want to make a few comments, and then I think there's probably some other people who want to make some comments too. So, Charlie, why don't you just right over there so you can see this portrait. It won't do any good if I unveil it and you can't see it. Okay. Well, you reacted the same way I did when I saw that. I think that's a great picture right there. That's a kind of a quintessential Charlie Sanders picture. Sideline pass on. He's got the clipboard under his arm there. And if you get a chance to come up and get a look closely at the eyes, you'll see the eyes are focused pretty sharply on. I don't know whether it's a scoreboard, Charlie, or a play that's taking place out there, but I think it's going to be a great addition to the faculty photographs we have around the school.
Well, we must have won that day.
That's got to be true. As many of you know, Charlie Sanders' connection to Kinkaid spans more than 60 years. His parents enrolled him in lower school at the Richmond campus, and he graduated from Kinkaid in 1954. Some years ago, he talked to his colleagues, Kinkaid colleagues, at the opening faculty and staff meeting about the impact that one of his Kinkaid coaches had on his life. Jack Hanegriff, who I think was the football coach and maybe the athletic director at that time, demonstrated confidence in Charlie when he was in the middle school and told him he wanted him to come out for the football team. In fact, he may have actually said, not that I want you to come out, but you are coming out. That may be it. Charlie did, and one of his teammates told me at the Richmond Guard party earlier this spring that Charlie was a tenacious football player on the Kinkaid varsity football team. Charlie went off to college in North Carolina, decided that that wasn't the right place for him, and returned to Houston. He enrolled at the University of Houston and quickly got reconnected with Kinkaid. Even while being a full-time student at the University of Houston, and later as he worked for a local radio and television studio, he still found time to serve Kinkaid as a statistician for various games. He taught some physical education classes, did some coaching, and helped the school in a variety of ways. In 1965, John Cooper, Kinkaid's second headmaster, asked Charlie if he would come work full-time at Kinkaid. Mr. Cooper had always wanted to consolidate the audio-visual and duplicating functions of the school into one office, and he asked Charlie to head this up. In addition to these responsibilities, Charlie continued work for and with the physical education and athletics department, keeping the scoreboard for untold number of middle school basketball games, keeping statistics for the varsity football team, taking photographs for the school's athletic teams, and many other functions. Charlie Sanders has served Kinkaid for 46 years with his hard work, with his undying advocacy for the school, with his abiding interest in pictures, communications, letter jackets, and many other things important to the school, with his encyclopedic knowledge of the history of the school, and most importantly, with his heart. It is both fitting and good that we gather together today to thank and salute this especially fine man who has done so much for Kinkaid. Fortunately, he is not retiring fully. In the grand example of Art Goddard, Zach Samander, Barry Moss, and others, Charlie will agree to spend some time next year, continue to spend some time next year with us at Kinkaid. He will work with an interviewer in a kind of a living history format that will allow Kinkaid to take advantage to capture some of the great stories and history Charlie knows about our school. And he will also spend some time with Kinkaid's archivist, Fiona DeYoung, determining what needs to be moved from the duplicating room into the archives.